Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Christine and I just wanted to show you a really fun, literally almost like 5-minute project that you can do, crochet. So we are going to put together a fun little star that you can make into an ornament, put on your gifts, etc. And it's one of my favorite little things to do to make a gift personalized. So I just thought I'd show you the quick few little steps. If you follow me along, we're going to do a zoom in and close up of how to do it. So come on with. Okay, so you just need a few items. So you need your crochet hooks, and it depends on the size of the yarn. This will be for the size of the hook. So the fatter the yarn, the fatter the hook. So the skinnier the yarn, the skinnier the hook. So I just kind of have a couple examples. I'm actually going to make this one. It just was really easy and super cute, I thought. And then it's the same exact pattern, but look how big this one is. So like I said, it just depends on the thickness of the yarn, and it turned out really good. And you can make these into little garland. You can add some jute to it to add to a gift. And I'm literally just kind of using up some yarns that I have just a little bit left of, etc. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then this is like one big blob. So let's start out. I'm going to set this aside. I have some scissors for when we're done. And you just start out with your end. Actually, let me use this other end. And what you want to do is you want to actually make a magic loop. So you take your first two fingers and you wrap it around, and then you're going to make an X, okay? You're going to grab it in the middle and you're just going to pull it out so it's actually facing like that. You're going to take your hook and put it through the very top and then grab that little piece and bring it through. You're not going to pull it tight though. You're just going to leave it as a loop because that's what we're going to build the star on. So I'm going to take this, and then just as a rule of thumb, I slide all of my yarn over to the left-hand side because I'm right-handed, and we are ready to proceed. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do a simple chain of 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So, and you still have your loop, and you still have this loop down here. And I kind of just, if you're a crocheter, you kind of know where your hands go. I'm just kind of grabbing everything and keeping this kind of fairly taut. So the next thing you do is, so you've chained your 3, you're going to utilize the second stitch, and you're just going to do like a slip stitch. You're going to slip your hook through, grab, bring it back through, and then you're actually going to bring it through this other one. And that just kind of creates a slip stitch. Okay. And then for the second thing that you're going to do on this little point of the star is we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to wrap around and we're going to bring it through that third stitch that you created. And I just use my fingernail and then pull it through. So now you have 3, 1, 2, 3 on your hook. And then you're just going to pretend like you're hooking it all the way through. So I grab that and I'm just pulling it through all 3 of those. Okay. And that's basically your first little point. Doesn't really look like a point yet, so I am going to do just a single slip stitch again. I'm putting it through the magic loop, grabbing the main loop or main stitch here, pulling it through, and then I'm going to pull it through the one we just ended on. Okay, and there's our first little point to the star. And you literally just repeat that 4 more times. So we're back at the beginning. What am I going to do? I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to chain 3. So let's chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we go into the second stitch, and I'm just grabbing, and we're going to make a slip stitch, grabbing, bringing that through, and then I'm finishing bringing that all the way through. Then we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're taking it from where we're at, wrapping it around, and then sending it through the third stitch, and then grabbing, bringing it through where you put it. So now you have this all the way, 1, 2, 3 things on your hook, and now you're wrapping around and bringing it all the way through. That's number 2, but to complete it, we're just going to do a slip stitch through, and I'm just going to complete it like that. It's starting to take shape, and I'll show you the magic loop, the real magic, at the end. All right, so that was number 2. So let's do this a few more times. So we're at the beginning, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going into the second stitch, grabbing, bringing it through, and bringing it through. We're doing the half double crochet, so we're starting out grabbing and going through that third stitch, grabbing, bringing through so that there's 3 pieces on my hook, and then we're going to wrap around and bring a piece through all 3. And then we're going to single or slip stitch, bring it through, and then bring it through. That's number 3. It's starting to look like something, right? So we're at the beginning. We are going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going into that second stitch, bringing it through, and bringing it through. Then we're going to do the half double crochet, so we're wrapping before we put it through, and I'm using my fingernails, bragging, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 on my hook, and now we're going to wrap around and bring that stitch all the way through all 3, and then we're going to do the slip stitch through the magic loop. I'm here, I'm bringing it through, and we're down to the last one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 3. 1, 2, whoops, and then just tighten it back up. 1, 2, and 3. We're going through that second stitch, making a slip stitch, just grabbing, bringing it through, and then bringing it through. And then we're doing a half double, so we're wrapping, bringing it through that third stitch, grabbing, bringing it through. So we have 1, 2, 3 on our hook. Sorry, it's getting a little fluffy over here. So we have the 3 on the hook, and then we're just wrapping around and bringing that stitch all the way through all 3. And that's not quite the end. We're going to finish it by making a slip stitch. There's a slip stitch, and then 1 chain to finish. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this, so I've got some wiggle room. Take that out, and I want to show you the magic. So this is the magic part of it. This is the little stitch that we started with, and you actually just kind of pull it tight, and it's just like tightens it up for you, right? Look at how cute. And then what you do is, let's see here. What you do is I am going to grab my scissors and give that just a snip. I pull the loose end out, and then I'm going to tie these 2 together, just like in a knot, and it just turns into a cute little star. So I'm going to knot it one more time, and then I'm going to trim it, and just give it a quick pull. And I mean, this really hardly takes any time once you get the gist of it, but look how cute that is. So that magic loop pulls it together, and I'm going to give this a snip on the back side here. Gotta look to the side here. So that's like that. And then you can take some cute jute, and you know, as long, like what do you want for an ornament or what have you, or with these smaller ones with the thinner yarn, these would be cute for like a little fun garland. Look at how cute that would be, right? And something to hang on your fireplace or what have you. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting some things ready for a craft show for my church, and then also for some Christmas gifts. So I just thought I'd show you this super simple way to make some cute little stars. Literally, I can make these in like 5 minutes. So once you get the hang of it, once you're not videoing, haha, it does go really quickly. But so like I said, these are literally the same exact pattern, but it just depends on the super thickness of the yarn that you have. And this is like, you know, the regular size yarn. This was thicker for some scarves and things that I made. And then, yeah, so I'm just trying to use up what I have and just show you a fun little project. So let's get this video closed up. So there you go. It really wasn't that hard, right? Once you get the hang of it, you can get these babies done in just about 5 minutes or so. So like I showed you, the fatter yarn with the same pattern makes a little bit bigger, and then you use the bigger hooks, etc. And I just wanted to show you, I actually made quite a few. We have a craft show coming up for our church, and so the thinner the yarn, the smaller the star. So I have several and now this one's a little bit more medium, but it literally is the exact same pattern. So there's big, medium, and small. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to package them up. If you can see that, I'm packaging them up. And then I'm actually going to package several together of the small ones. And you can hang them on some twine or what have you. And all you do is you take a very thin needle crochet hook, and if you can see in the back here, I just pulled it through the back side of it so that it can hang, and then just give it a little tie up front. And you can change it around, like if you don't want that tie up front, but I think it looks pretty cute. So I thought I'd bring you on another crochet adventure. Next one will maybe be a snowflake. We're not quite at that season yet, but the stars are pretty versatile. And I thought for a fun craft show that we're having at our church, that would be fun to do. So hopefully this helped you out. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about anything. I'd love to help. And as far as like the different types of yarn, you literally can use the super thin, a little bit thicker. I mean, kind of the sky is the limit. I'm kind of just using up my scraps. Like I said, I kind of have some scraps from when I make my dishcloths, and maybe I'll post that video here. We make all 100% cotton dishcloths. Then, you know, as you wash them, they don't smell at your sink, etc. So thanks for stopping by my channel here, and I do appreciate it. And if you like videos like this, kind of a little random, but trying to teach you something on a daily basis, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care, and God bless. I'm going to get these all bagged up for our show. Literally almost like 5-minute project that you can do when you know how to crochet. And it really is such a simple project that I'm gonna zoom in really close and go step by step.